Welcome back my dear Onis, Shimetsu here, and today I'm going to show you how to clear floor 12 of the current Spiral Abyss using Clorinde Overcarry and Mizuki Lunar Charge. Starting with Clorinde's team, there's honestly not much to explain here. It's your standard overload setup built around triggering the reaction to enable Chevreus's buff and resistance shred, which will benefit the entire team. On top of that, I'm running the Fischl plus Durin core. This combo let us further reduce pyro and electro resistances thanks to Durin's kit, while also boosting the team's attack through Fischl's Hex Array passive. And now let's talk a little bit about the rotation. In the first rotation, I usually start with a charge attack from Fischl followed by Chevreus's burst. The goal here is to generate an overcharge bolt which allows Chevreus to provide her attack buff right from the start. Keep in mind that if you skip this step, her attack buff won't apply until the second rotation, which is far from optimal. Once the buff is active, I switch to Durin and I use his EEQ combo to keep him in his support form and consistently shred enemy resistances. After that, I swap back to Fischl and I use either her burst or her skill, depending on what's available. Finally, I bring in Clorinde, which is going to be the main DPS of the team. With her, I usually start with her burst and then I go into her skill mode, which is going to improve her normal attacks. From now on, the key will be to use her skill every time it gets empowered, which typically happens every after 3 normal attacks during her skill stance. You will know her elemental skill is enhanced as soon as the icon at the bottom right corner starts flashing. I really recommend you to keep an eye on that or just continue to count up to 3 normal attacks and pressing E as soon as you count 3. Keep doing this for a few times and you'll see that eventually her elemental skill uptime will be over, marking the end of the rotation. As for investment, this is a 6 cost team, but I'm pretty confident it can perform pretty well even at lower investment levels. That said, I also have to warn you that Chevreus's C6 is also very important for this team's DPS output, even if I'm not counting it as part of the cost of the team. I'm not saying that a pre-C6 Chevreus will not do her work in this team, but the DPS difference will be pretty noticeable. And well, talking about this Abyss specifically, the team handles the shielding mechanics quite effectively. The DPS output is strong enough that you don't really have to rely on Ascendant Gleam teams against the Wild Hunt enemies, and Overload reaction deal pretty efficiently with the Mungeko shield, so you don't really have to worry pretty much about the mechanics here. For the second half of the Abyss, I will be using this Mizuki Lunar Charge team. Again, there's not much complexity here, these teams are pretty straightforward to play. Inefa enables the Lunar Charge reaction and also provides buffs for it. Aino focuses on applying Hydro and also enhancing lunar reactions, while Ororon delivers off-field electro application along with attack buffs thanks to his C6 and his weapon, Elegy for the end. As for Mizuki, she acts as an anemo driver, triggering swirls that reduce enemy electro resistance, which in turn boosts the lunar charge damage coming from Inefa. She can also self-buff her swirl damage, although honestly, that damage isn't really that significant. That's something she does passively, so yeah, we're not complaining about that. It's also worth mentioning that both Mizuki and Ororon are built with a full EM and a crit build respectively. This allows us to further increase lunar reaction damage thanks to the Ascendant Gleam passive that increases lunar reaction damage when we have non-Notcry characters built in a certain way. Talking about the rotation, it starts with Inefa's burst combined with her skill, giving us a shield and consistent electro application. To be honest, I don't usually use her burst in every rotation since I can't recharge it fast enough, so I usually tend to use it in every other rotation. After that, I bring out Aino and I use her burst followed by her skill for off-field hydro application. Up next, I switch to Ororon and I use his burst and his skill, making sure that he's going to enable the Elegy passive. And finally, I bring out Mizuki on field in order to trigger swirls with her skill and her burst, which, as I mentioned before, will reduce enemy electro resistance and significantly increase overall DPS. This thing has a cost of 5, which can be reduced to 4 if you don't have Elegy for the end refined like I do, but Ororon works perfectly fine without it, so you could even bring the cost down to 3. Mizuki also works pretty fine without her weapon, so if you don't have it, you can use other options like, Wandering Even Star or even Sack Fragments, and she will be working fine. Like, I only have her weapon because I really liked her. So yeah, and talking about its performance for this Abyss specifically, the team has an excellent synergy against the second half enemies. As you may already know, on the second half we have enemies that are protected by a shield that you need to break down in order to damage them. These shields behave a little bit differently to other shields in game, but basically you only have to apply high frequency elemental damage or Night Soul aligned damage. The thing is that this team covers both. It has high elemental damage frequency from all the members plus Auroron's own Night Soul aligned damage. As a result, the main weakness of these enemies is easily overcome, making this a pretty cheap, simple and highly efficient team overall for this lineup. So yep, that pretty much covers everything I had to say about these teams and how I made them work in this abyss. So yeah, I really hope you find it helpful. But before jumping into the run, I just wanted to give you a quick update about something that I've been doing lately. Okay, so basically I have finally finished an intensive video editing course that I've been doing for this whole month, and I have to tell you that I'm finally feeling ready to actually give you something that you've never seen before in my channel, once and for all. So yeah, like, I don't know if you're interested, just stay tuned for it. I don't know if it's going to be a character guide or a video talking about a specific topic or something like that, but something is on the works. I'm already planning everything. Basically, if you're interested in those kinds of videos as well as these kinds of videos, like the ones you are watching right now, like abyss runs with explanations about the rotations, the team building, the character selection, everything, I would actually appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel and also leave a like, because I'm actually looking for some kind of feedback from you, because I really want to know what you actually like or dislike, or you know, some feedback. Also, maybe and only maybe I will be able to return to streaming soon. I don't know, it's not something that is, you know, guaranteed, but I kind of feel like doing it, but at the same time I don't know if you guys would actually like to see that again, so I don't know, I will have to consider it, but you know, also let me know that below. So yep, that would be it for now. I'm sorry for the long gap, I know I talk a little bit too much, I'm sorry, but I really needed to tell you all this. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me today, and I really hope that you actually like this format of videos. I will try to make more, as I said. So yeah, I'ma quit the yapping right now for real. So yeah, remember to stay safe and healthy. And yep, I'ma get going. Shimetsu out.
Them down. Ready.
Hands where I can see them.
Story has only just begun.
Wings of darkness.
Evil willows. Shoot on sight. Loaded.
Phantasmagoria.
Time to testify. Into the shadows.
Hands where I can see them.
Turning point in space. As you wish, me.
Evil willows. Shoot on sight. Loaded. Cleanup sequence initiated. Preparing for dust.
Look, the rainbow.
Tell me what you see. Not too far now.
Turn that frown upside down. Bad dreams be gone.
Insulation chamber.
Ding dong water bomb.
Go. You're free now.
Time to relax. Cast your worries to the wind.
Defensive mode engaged. Ultimatum protocol.
Rat-a-tat.
Tell me what you see. Farewell.
Bad dreams be gone. Look, the rainbow. Chew on this.
Turning point in space.
Final warning. Vibration Justice will prevail! Drop your weapon!
Decay! New life!
Shadow Raven!
Evil looks. Shoot on sight.
Final warning!
A turning point in fate! Stay
Into the shadows. Care for a dance? Dance with me!
Time to say hello. He's free.
Sweet dreams!
Be a good audience, won't you?
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!
Not done yet. Insulation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up.
You on this!
Not too far now. Go! You're free now.
Turn that frown upside down.
Cleanup sequence in the...
Look, the rainbow!
Tell me what you see. Farewell.
Time to relax. Cast your worries to the wind.
Insulation chamber deployed.
Lash attack! Go!
Not too far now. Go! You're free now.
Sweet dreams! Yachan, Taechan, let's go! Hands where I can see 'em! Final warning! Stop right there! Shadow Raven!
Decay! New life!
Evil looks. Shoot on sight. Loaded.
Drop your weapons! You asked for it! Oz reveals us!
Turning point?
Time to testify. Into the shadows.
Stop right there!
Watch out! Decay! New
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Loaded. What evil looks. Shoot on sight. What a disgrace.
Final warning!
decay!
Justice will prevail!
Cleanup sequence initiated. Annihilation mode.
You on this!
Time to say hello.
Time to relax! Cast your worries to the wind! Being done!
Go! You're free now! Farewell!
Turn that frown upside down! Bad dreams be gone!
Insulation chamber deployed. Preparing for dust up.
You on this! Ratchet!
Tell me what you see. Be free.
Yachan, Taechan, let's go!